Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night with swollen ankles, feeling more tired than you ought to be, chalking it up to old age? Maybe you've noticed your appetite isn't what it used to be, or perhaps your skin seems itchier, drier, or even changes color for no good reason. What if I told you that these seemingly harmless signs could be your body's way of raising a red flag, warning you of a problem that millions of seniors face, but few talk about until it's too late? I'm talking about kidney disease, friends, a silent, sneaky threat that often whispers before it shouts. Today, I want to share with you 9 warning signs of kidney disease that you should never, ever ignore. If you're over 60, or you care about someone who is, pull up a chair, grab a cup of coffee, and let's have an honest heart-to-heart. Because this isn't just about kidneys. It's about living life on your own terms, with dignity and independence, for as long as you can. You see, I'm not a doctor, just a regular guy who's seen a bit of life, lost some friends along the way, and learned that when your body talks, you'd better listen. I've watched loved ones brush off symptoms, thinking it's just part of getting old, only to find out too late that their kidneys were crying out for help. That's why I'm passionate about this topic, because knowledge isn't just power, it's a lifeline. Let's get to the heart of it. Your kidneys are more than just filters. They're the unsung heroes, working night and day to rid your body of toxins, balance your fluids, regulate blood pressure, and even help make red blood cells. But as we age, those kidneys start to get a little tired, just like the rest of us. And if we ignore their cries for help, the consequences can be devastating. Loss of independence, endless doctor visits, and, for many, dialysis or worse. But here's the good news. If you catch the warning signs early, you can often slow or even stop kidney disease in its tracks. So what are these warning signs? Let's dive in, one by one, and I'll share not just the facts, but some personal stories and reflections along the way. The first sign, and perhaps the most common, is swelling, especially in your ankles, feet, or hands. Now I know what you're thinking. I've had swollen feet for years. It's just water retention or maybe too much salt. But here's the thing. Your kidneys are responsible for removing excess fluid from your body. When they start to slow down, that fluid doesn't have anywhere to go, so it pools in your tissues, often showing up in your lower legs and hands. I remember my old fishing buddy, Hank, who used to joke about his tree trunk ankles after a long day on the boat. Turns out, it wasn't just the bait that was fishy. His kidneys were in trouble. It took a trip to the ER for him to find out, and by then, things were a lot harder to fix. So if you're noticing your socks leave deep marks, or your shoes feel tighter by the end of the day, don't just shrug it off. The second sign to watch for is fatigue and weakness. We all get tired sometimes, especially after a busy day or a restless night. But kidney disease brings a deeper kind of exhaustion, a bone-deep weariness that doesn't go away with a nap or a good night's sleep. That's because your kidneys help make a hormone called erythropoietin, which tells your body to produce red blood cells. When your kidneys start to fail, you get fewer red blood cells, which means less oxygen gets to your tissues. The result? You feel wiped out, even after doing very little. I felt that kind of tiredness myself a couple of years back. Couldn't make it through a round of golf without needing to sit down and catch my breath. It wasn't until my doctor ran some blood tests that I learned my kidneys were working overtime and losing the fight. If you're feeling more worn out than you should, don't just blame it on age. Get it checked out. The third warning sign is changes in urination. Now, I know this isn't the kind of thing most folks like to talk about, but it's important. Your kidney's main job is to make urine, so when something's not right, you'll often see changes here first. Maybe you're going to the bathroom more often, especially at night. Maybe you see foam or bubbles in your urine, or notice it's darker than usual, or even has blood in it. These are all signs that your kidneys are struggling. My neighbor Ed used to pride himself on never needing to get up at night, but when he started making 3 or 4 trips to the bathroom, he knew something was off. Turned out, he was catching the problem early, and that made all the difference. The fourth sign is persistent itching. Now, everyone gets itchy once in a while, but kidney disease can cause a special kind of itch, one that just won't quit, no matter how much lotion you slather on. That's because failing kidneys can't remove toxins from your blood the way they should, and those toxins build up, irritating your skin from the inside out. I remember scratching so much one summer that I thought I had an allergy to my own lawn. But when the itching didn't stop, I finally talked to my doctor, and we found out my kidneys were to blame. If you find yourself scratching without a rash or obvious cause, pay attention. The fifth warning sign is loss of appetite, nausea, or even vomiting. Now, lots of things can mess with your appetite, from stress to medication side effects. But with kidney disease, you might start to feel queasy or lose your taste for food altogether. That's because toxins are building up in your bloodstream, playing havoc with your stomach and your sense of taste. I lost nearly 15 pounds in just a couple of months, and nothing seemed to taste right, not even my wife's famous meatloaf. If you're eating less, feeling nauseous, or losing weight without trying, don't just brush it off as old age. The sixth sign is shortness of breath. Surprising, right? But here's how it works. When your kidneys aren't removing enough fluid, it can build up in your lungs, making it hard to breathe. Or, if you're anemic from kidney disease, your body isn't getting enough oxygen, which also leaves you breathless. I huffed and puffed just walking to the mailbox, and I knew something wasn't right. If you find yourself gasping for air after simple activities, talk to your doctor. The seventh warning sign is trouble concentrating or confusion. Your kidneys help regulate chemicals in your blood, and when they start to slip, those chemicals can rise to unhealthy levels. The result? You might feel cloudy-headed, have trouble focusing, or even get confused or forgetful. My buddy Carl used to be sharp as a tack, but when he started getting lost on the way to the grocery store, his family knew they had to step in. The culprit? Kidney disease. If you or a loved one are experiencing new or worsening confusion, don't chalk it up to senior moments. The eighth sign is high blood pressure. This one's a bit of a chicken and egg situation because high blood pressure can cause kidney disease, and kidney disease can make your blood pressure worse. If your readings are creeping up or your doctor says you need more medication to keep things under control, it's worth asking about your kidney health. I've had my share of battles with the blood pressure cuff, and I can tell you, it's better to be proactive than reactive. And finally, the ninth warning sign is muscle cramps or twitches. Your kidneys do a lot to keep your body's minerals, like sodium, potassium, and calcium, in balance. When they're not working right, those minerals can get out of whack, leading to cramps, spasms, or even restless legs at night. I used to wake up with my calves knotting up like a pretzel, and it took me a while to put two and two together. If you're having muscle cramps that just won't quit, it's time to pay attention. Now, I know that's a lot to take in. Maybe you're feeling overwhelmed, or even a little scared. But here's the thing. These signs don't always mean you have kidney disease. They could be caused by other health issues, or even by the normal process of aging. But ignoring them is the worst thing you can do. The sooner you catch kidney disease, the better your chances of slowing it down, treating it, and living a full, active life. I want to share a story with you. A few years back, I was at a family reunion, one of those big backyard affairs, with kids running around, burgers on the grill, and old friends swapping stories. My cousin, Mary, pulled me aside and whispered, "I'm worried about Dad. He's been so tired lately, and his feet are swelling up." I told her what I'm telling you now. Don't wait. Get him checked out. Turns out, her father's kidneys were only working at half capacity, but because they caught it early, he was able to make some changes, take his medicine, and avoid dialysis. He's still with us today, still telling terrible jokes and beating me at cards. That's the power of paying attention. So what can you do if you notice these signs? First, talk to your doctor. Ask for some simple blood and urine tests. They're quick, easy, and can tell you a lot about how your kidneys are doing. Second, take care of yourself. Eat a balanced diet, watch your salt intake, stay active, keep your blood pressure and blood sugar in check, and don't smoke. Third, listen to your body. You know yourself better than anyone else. If something feels off, don't ignore it. And remember, you're not alone. Millions of people are living with kidney disease, many of them managing it just fine. There's no shame in asking for help, no weakness in admitting you need a hand. We're all in this together, and the more we look out for each other, the stronger we all become. Let me leave you with this. Getting older isn't always easy. Our bodies change, our energy wanes, and sometimes it feels like we're fighting an uphill battle. But every day you wake up is a victory. Every step you take, every moment you cherish with family and friends is a gift. Don't let kidney disease steal that from you. Stay alert, stay informed, and most of all, stay hopeful. Because it's never too late to take charge of your health, and it's never too late to make a difference. If this video has helped you, even just a little, don't keep it to yourself. Hit that subscribe button right now so you never miss another important update. Share your experiences in the comments below. I read every single one, and your story could be the spark that helps someone else. And please share this with a friend or loved one who might need it. We're stronger together, and together we can beat kidney disease before it beats us. Take care of yourselves, look out for each other, and remember, your best days are still ahead.